Azure Backup is a cloud-based solution that allows you to backup and restore your data, ensuring that your workloads and virtual machines are protected against data loss or disasters. One of the most important features of Azure Backup is its ability to define and apply backup policies to your Azure VMs, ensuring regular and reliable backups. In this video, we will walk you through the process of applying an Azure Backup policy to an Azure VM. Hello everyone, I hope you are all doing well. I'm Manhar and welcome back to MSFT Webcast. Before we begin, make sure you have the prerequisites in place. You need an active Azure subscription, an Azure virtual machine that you want to back up. If you don't already have a VM, you can create one in the Azure portal. Azure Backup requires a recovery services vault to store your backups. If you don't have one, you will need to create it. Azure Backup also requires a backup policy to define backup related settings. A backup policy determines how often and how long your data will be backed up. Azure allows you to set up backup policies that specify the frequency, retention period, and the types of backups you want to perform. In the previous videos, we learned how to create and configure a recovery services vault and an Azure Backup policy. I suggest watching that video first before this one. A link to that video is provided in the description. This is the third part of the mini video series on Azure Backup. In this video, we will use our existing recovery services vault and standard Azure Backup policy to enable Azure Backup on an Azure VM. First, we need to log into the Azure portal. Open your preferred web browser, navigate to portal.azure.com and sign in with your Azure account. In the search bar at the top of the portal, type Business Continuity Center. Under Services, select Business Continuity Center. Under Manage, click on Vaults. If you already have a Recovery Services Vault, use it. If not, click Vault, then choose Recovery Services Vault and follow the prompts to create one. Ensure that you select the appropriate region for your backup data. Keep in mind that all the Azure resources used in this video are stored in the East US region to avoid confusion. In this video, we will use the Recovery Services Vault we created in the earlier video named TestAZ-RSV01. Go back to Overview tab. On the Overview tab, select Configure Protection. First, select who is managing the resource you want to backup. Since we want to backup an Azure VM, we will select Azure from the list. Select the data source type for which you want to apply the Azure Backup policy. Click the drop-down menu to select the data source type. These are the items you can configure protection for. From the list, select Azure Virtual Machine. Select the protection solution, either Azure Backup or Azure Site Recovery. From the list, select Azure Backup. When you are ready, click Continue. Since we have selected Azure Virtual Machines, the vault type is automatically set to Recovery Services Vault. We just need to select the vault where we want to store the Azure Backup. Click the vault link to select the vault. Select the vault we created in the earlier video. After clicking on vault name, click on Select. Click on Continue. You will be asked to choose between the standard or enhanced backup policy type. Select the appropriate one based on your backup requirements. For this demo, select the standard policy type. The default policy backs up the VM once a day, retains daily backups for 30 days, and keeps instant recovery snapshots for 2 days. If you don't want to use the default policy, select Create New to create a custom backup policy. On this page, define the custom backup settings which you want to use with the backup policy. We are not going to create a custom backup policy. Let's close the page. In the last video, we created a custom standard backup policy. We'll use that policy now to backup our Azure VM. Click the drop-down list and select the existing standard backup policy, Test Daily Backup Policy. This policy backs up the VM daily at 6 AM. Daily backups are retained for 180 days and instant recovery snapshots are retained for 4 days. Under Virtual Machines, click on Add button. Select the VMs that you want to backup by using the policy. Click OK and let the validation check complete. Once the validation complete, the VM will be added. If the VMs are not eligible, you will receive an error. When ready, click on Enable Backup. This action deploys the policy to both the vault and the selected VMs. After you enable backup, Azure Backup installs the backup extension regardless of the VM's running state. The deployment has been successfully completed. Click on Go to Resource. Expand Protected Items and then click on Backup Items. Click on Azure Virtual Machine. You can see the Azure VM FWS-VM01 listed under Backup Items. You can also see the backup policy name and policy subtype. Click on View Details. Until the initial backup completes, last backup status shows as warning, Initial Backup Pending. The initial backup will run according to the backup schedule defined in the backup policy. However, if needed, you can also run it immediately. This is how we apply an Azure backup policy to an Azure virtual machine to schedule automated backups. That's all for this video. I hope you found this video helpful and informative. If you have any questions or comments, feel free to leave them below. Don't forget to like and subscribe for more videos on Microsoft Azure and other Microsoft related topics. Thank you for watching and I'll see you in the next video. Have a great day.